November 1944. The Ardennes hadn't happened yet. The war was supposed to be winding down. Nobody told the forest that. 50 square miles of pine, so thick the sun never touched the ground. The Germans called it the Witch's Cauldron. The WWII just called it hell with trees. Green troops, fresh off the boat, marched in thinking this would be a walk in the park, a milk run. Command wanted the Roer River dams, and the fastest way there ran straight through Hürtgen. What they didn't know, and what nobody briefed them on, was that Jerry had been dug in for months. Bunkers, minefields, interlocking fields of fire zeroed in on every trail, every clearing, every damned tree line. First day in, and the forest already had a body count. Artillery didn't just kill, it turned the trees into shrapnel. Tree bursts, they called it. A shell hits the canopy above you, and suddenly you're not just dodging steel, you're catching splinters the size of bayonets. Foxholes didn't save you here. Nothing did. Day 2, mud up to the knees. Tanks, the pride of the American Armored Corps, useless. The trails were too narrow, too soft, too mined. A Sherman would round a bend and bang, track blown, sitting duck for the next 88 waiting in the tree line. Radios sparked and died in the wet. Resupplied lines got ambushed. Guys were eating cold rations in foxholes half filled with rainwater, listening for the next round to come screaming in. The Brits back at headquarters were calling it a meat grinder. The Americans on the ground had blunter words for it. Trenchfoot took as many men as bullets did. Frostbite, shell shock, what the doctors were starting to call combat fatigue. Whole companies went in at full strength and came out as a squad. By the 4th day, this wasn't a battle anymore. It was survival. Officers were dead or missing. Green replacements, kids who hadn't fired a rifle in anger a week before, were leading fire teams because there was nobody left to give the orders. And still, command pushed. Take the ridge, hold the line, advance to contact. The forest didn't care about the objective. It just kept taking men. When it was finally over, not in 4 days, but in months, Hürtgen would go down as one of the longest, bloodiest battles the U.S. Army ever fought. Tens of thousands dead, wounded, or missing. Ground gained measured in yards, not miles. But it started here. 4 days that broke the myth that this war was almost won. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hürtgen wasn't broken in one either. Stay tuned with Ruler and Ruins, subscribe and press bill icon for more researched base stories.